So we have here Bruce Schneier, basically I'd like to call the founding father of computer security. Is that a little?
That's not exactly right. A lot of people older than me who did this work. I might be the founding popularizer.
All right. So tell us a little bit about yourself for those who are not familiar with your work.
So I consider myself a security technologist. I work at the intersection of security, technology, and people, trying to figure out how security works, why it works, how to get it to work better.
And what sparked your interest? What got you into this field?
I've been doing security since forever. I think it's a mindset. I think some people are just born figuring out how systems fail, how to take them apart. And that way of looking at the world is how security people look at the world. So I've been doing this forever.
So basically, would you call yourself a hacker?
I think I would. I'm not really a hacker. I mean, hackers do things. I'm more theoretical. I definitely have the hacker gene. I'm just not. I don't code. I don't build things. I work with numbers, not with things.
Okay. So, what prompts you to be a speaker for this rally? Like, what are some of the things that you saw that really concerned you, and how do you think that the average person out there who might not have what you would say an acumen for technology?
There are a bunch of things that are important here. The first is that the NSA is conducting mass surveillance. They're doing it in the name of keeping us safe, but there's not a lot of evidence that it does keep us safe. The collecting of everything, looking through everything, actually doesn't find the terrorist plots. We learned that in Boston. They couldn't find two guys who left a really sloppy trail and a lot of Facebook posts. So this doesn't actually work to keep us safer. The NSA has two missions: protecting security and eavesdropping. The protecting mission has died. That's more important. What people need to know is that we are safer when no one can eavesdrop, not when everyone can eavesdrop.
Okay. So, do you believe that all the things that the NSA is perpetrating, all the things that they have been accused of doing, is it intentional? Is it incompetence, or is there a more sinister plan behind it?
I don't believe that there's a sinister plan. I think it's intentional. After 9/11, the NSA was told, watch everything, do everything possible, and they've done that. Laws have a lot of gray area, technology increases capabilities, laws don't follow. The NSA's been expanding to fill that gray area, and now they're doing everything. I mean, they need to be reined in. I think a lot of people there are doing their jobs as they see them. We need people above the NSA to say, hey, stop doing that. It's too much. It doesn't keep us safe.
Well, according to my understanding, I could be wrong, but I believe they report to the Intelligence Senate Committee. And one of the people that chairs that committee is Dianne Feinstein. How would you characterize her as far as the Fourth Amendment, national security, and, in my opinion, the most important individual liberty?
I don't know much about the individual politicians and what they're doing, but congressional oversight, doesn't really make sense when you look at it. These senators, congressmen, they're not technical. They have aides for this. But the aides are never allowed to see the data. They're brought into rooms, they're shown documents, they're told stories. There's never an opposing view. They're never allowed to ask questions to anybody else. They don't understand the issues. I mean, these are highly technical issues. You've got senators don't even have an email address. One of the problems with the oversight is it's entirely orchestrated by the NSA to paint one picture. There's no real oversight. No real oversight in the courts, in Congress, or in the presidency.
Well, it's pretty obvious that for a long time that whistleblowers have come out and basically exposed what the NSA has been doing. What steps would you recommend people out here to do to protect their privacy? What would you recommend?
So for the average person, you need to use security tools. I mean, honestly, there's not a lot you can do in many instances. Your data's on Facebook, Facebook give it to the NSA. Your data's on Gmail, Google give it to the NSA. The NSA didn't wake up one morning and say, let's spy on the world. They woke up and said, corporations are doing it, let's just get ourselves a copy. The sad truth is, there's not a lot we can do. The stuff we can do around the edges, the stuff you can do if you're paranoid or if you're highly technical. For the average person, the best thing you can do is call your congressman.
All right, thank you very much, Bruce.